Okay, thank you everyone for coming. Thank you for waiting. It's my great honor and pleasure to have Madison Huang come to SNU for a talk. My name is Kyujin Cho. I'm the director of the Robotics Institute and the chair of the Mechanical Engineering Department at SNU. So to give a little bit of a background of how medicine came to SNU, last year in our RoboCon contest, for the first time in 33 years, a female-led team won the competition. And I asked NVIDIA to please, can you ask medicine to come to SNU? And thankfully she did come. So let's give her a big round of applause first for coming.
Thank you, everyone. Amazing to meet you all. So nice to meet you. Thank you.
Maybe it's better if you sit here.
Yeah, I'm happy to stand. So thank you so much to SNU and thank you. Thank you so much to SNU, all of the professors, the deans, all of the students for inviting me today. I was invited to give a talk on a nonlinear career path. How many of you are undergraduate students here? Okay, great. How many of you are postgrad, PhD? Okay, incredible. How many of you are engineers? And what about like liberal arts or business, science? Okay, incredible. How many of you are not sure what you want to do when you grow up? Okay, amazing. How many of you want to work at NVIDIA when you grow up? Yeah, just like amazing. So I had a pretty untraditional career path before I got to NVIDIA. And let me see if this works. Before I got to NVIDIA, I actually was classically trained to be a chef. I worked really hard in high school. I prepared all of my university applications in order to go study to be an electrical engineer, like both of my parents. My mom and my dad are both electrical engineers. And at the very last minute, my dad tells me, hey, I don't think that you're really in love with engineering. Why don't you do something you're really, really passionate about? You should do something that you really fall in love with. And I think that you're in love with cooking. So I withdrew my applications. I submitted only one application to the best culinary school in the world, which was Culinary Institute of America, and I attended there. And then after that, I worked in kitchens in Miami, in New York, in the Bay Area. Through that, I learned how to be a sommelier. I studied fine wines and spirits. I did this in London and Paris. And after that, through being a sommelier, I learned about incredible branded champagnes, Moet Hennessy, all of the Dom Pérignon champagne, Veuve Clicquot, and I really wanted to understand how did they embody so much personality and lifestyle into just a single bottle that you see. And so I joined the LVMH group, the Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy group, to do marketing and branding afterwards. And what seems like a rather non-linear journey, I realized that I had held a couple of principles or guiding principles throughout each of my career paths. Whether it was from cooking to sommelier, it was branding and marketing, doing photo shoots for luxury hotels at LVMH, all the way through NVIDIA. And ultimately, those guiding principles were, number one, I always chased a profession or a craft where I was able to express or learn some element of extreme craftsmanship. Just like I saw in the robotics lab here, I really like to make things with my hands. I was not a good artist, but I wanted to be able to express myself artistically, create something that I could give as a gift to someone else. And so I pursued culinary arts and sommelier and marketing and branding. There was always this guiding principle of extreme attention to craftsmanship. And then second is an obsessive attention to detail. I worked for some really difficult chefs who would yell a lot. They would throw a lot of things. They would light things on fire if things were not perfect. I worked for LVMH, which has an extreme obsession to every detail, every luxury store, every brand that they represent. Every little piece is always looked after. And then finally, I always wanted to work for companies or brands that, even if they were 200 years old, like LVMH Group, or some of the brands in that portfolio, they were able to maintain the essence of their brand, but they were able to constantly reinvent themselves over time. And so I realized that even if I had a very non-linear career journey, there were three things that mattered to me the most. And so I always selected something for my next step that aligned to all three of these principles. And after LVMH, I got an MBA, and I decided, okay, I need to choose my next career path. I wanted to ensure that it embodied, the next company I worked for embodied each of these three things, and the one that I chose was ultimately NVIDIA. And being at NVIDIA is a privilege of a lifetime. I get to work with some of the world's best engineers, researchers, developers, artists, marketers. I see Amia right there, she's incredible. And it's really such a privilege because it is a family business, but not just because I get to work with my own family, but because really the NVIDIA employees, we are like one big family, all working on this one big mission together. And it's been really such a privilege to see NVIDIA grow up from a gaming company, and we have such a long and illustrious relationship with Korea, with gaming, all of esports. How many of you grew up playing video games? Yeah. How many of you had a GeForce in your PC? Amazing. How many of you play esports? Okay, incredible. So cool. So it was incredible to see NVIDIA grow up from a gaming company. We're still a gaming company, but to an AI infrastructure company. And today I get to work on really exciting next frontier of AI, physical AI, which I saw the next frontier right in these labs with these incredible students. And so ultimately I wanted to tell you today that whatever you decide, you're in school, whatever you decide to do next, you know, it doesn't matter your job title or what you do next. You don't need to have a linear career line. You should just at least understand and sit with yourself to understand what are the guiding principles that you want to hone over time and commit yourself to over time. What motivates you, and what feels special to you, and what are you passionate about that motivates you over time. And so ultimately, if I were to go back and back to your age and tell myself, give myself some advice as a student, I would probably tell myself to do three things. Number one, I would choose those guiding principles: craftsmanship, attention to detail, ability to reinvent. Second thing is, as students, you guys have, you're in the safest place of your life. You should try as many scary things as possible. Try to go move abroad, go experience an internship into a company that you're very intimidated by. Meet new people that have a very different experience than you. But I think in school, I wish that I was a bit more courageous and more brave and not so shy, that I could try more scary things. I think this is now the time that you can take the most amount of risk, you can experiment the most, because you're still in school. And so try as many things as possible, especially the things that are scary to you, because those are gonna be the experiences in which you grow the most. And then finally, in the age of AI, many people are scared that AI is going to take jobs, but we need to remember that a job's task is different than a job's purpose. As software engineers, your job is not to write code, that's a task. Your job is to invent new products, solve problems. Mechanical engineers, your job is not to manually design this CAD file or manually run these simulation experiments. Your job is to invent a new machine or invent a new robot. And so just remember that in the age of AI, you need to separate your job's task from its purpose, and embrace AI. Get on the rocket ship of AI. How many of you use AI today for all of your school? Even, well, professors, close your eyes, okay? All the professors, close your eyes. Okay, now how many students, how many do you use AI? Okay, incredible. Well, I think now is really an incredible time. I was just telling all the professors and the president of your university before, I'm so envious that you get to be a student now, because having AI as a student is such a game changer. You get a personal AI tutor that will identify your strengths and weaknesses, that will sit and be as patient with you as possible. You get to learn so many new things, and you can have a companion that can help build or create or make things with you. So it's such an incredible time. But I hope to leave you with just a couple of things that I would have told myself when I was your age. And then I'm really excited to have this panel and answer some of your questions. So thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Madison. So it's time for a conversation with the students. Madison, can you have a seat over here at the center? So all other students, can you come up to the front? So we selected some of the students who can lead the conversation with Madison.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
So thank you very much, Madison, for the inspiring talk and explaining your life journey. I think it's amazing and very courageous, and I'm sure many students are inspired by your talk. So before we begin our conversation, maybe student, can you briefly introduce yourselves?
Nice to meet you. I really enjoyed your speech. And I am the winner of the CED Robocon contest at SNU last year as a freshman. So I'm glad to hear. Thank you.
Congratulations. Amazing. Good job.
And Subin?
Hi, my name is Subin, and I was the winner, also the contest with Sahyun about 4 years ago, and I'm really happy to be here and meet you.
Wow. Oh, another winner. Incredible. Are all of you winners?
No.
Okay. You will be.
Yeah. Cherin? Yes.
Hi, I'm Cherin Song, and I think I represent the people here from non-engineering backgrounds, like social sciences.
Great.
So I'm a graduate student who is studying the human-computer interaction, mostly about the human-AI interactions. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, thank you. And Jaehyun?
Hello, I'm Jaehyun. I'm a robotics graduate student with a strong passion for robotic manipulation. Just like you, I really love to make something, so I'm working on designing a dexterous robotic hand just like this. Yeah.
Wow.
So-
How many degrees of freedom?
It has 10 joint degrees of freedom and 6
Wow.
actuators. Yeah.
And can the palm move?
Not
Next
yet.
one. The next one.
Yeah, that's right.
Excellent. That's so
Asking
cool.
the hard question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Really good. Keep going.
Yeah, it's pleasure to meet you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. And Sohyun?
Hi, my name is Sohyun Kim, and I'm first-year master student working on AI research, particularly in agent memory and retriever.
That's good.
Yes.
Well, we need you as well.
Yeah.
The problem with agents today is they forget. They forget that you assign them a task, or they forget all of their context over time. So good. That's great.
Thank you. I'm really grateful to talk with you today.
Okay, so
I should be asking them questions.
they
That's
already,
incredible.
yeah, they already prepared some questions. As you can see, we selected like various different backgrounds, students from very different backgrounds. So, Sayan, can you start the question you have?
Okay. My question is about how did you overcome the fear when you're stepping into something new? Because when I entered university, I met a lot of students who studied science intensively at their high school. But in my case, I chose my major, mechanical engineering, at late teens and after much deliberation. So I felt I'm already being behind of them. And also, when I want to try something new, I'm always be afraid of failing because I have no skills or no experience about that domain, while others already have them. So as you build a nonlinear career path, so I guess you must have met many people who had more careers than you or more skills than you. So I want to ask a question, how did you get confidence from that situation?
Yeah, that's a great question. Thank you. I was always the worst skilled or the least knowledgeable in the room every time I started a new job. And so it is very, very scary. But I think the most important thing is you have to have some self-resilience and commit yourself to educating yourself on the side. So for example, I started at NVIDIA. That was very intimidating for me because I have no technical background and I'm surrounded by the world's greatest engineers, just like these two in the front, and greatest engineers and researchers and artists. And I was very intimidated. But I said, okay, I'm going to ask as many questions as possible. I'm going to listen as much as possible and absorb as much information as possible. And this was before ChatGPT, so it's easier for you now. I would have a Google Doc open, and every single word I did not understand, and there were a lot of words, a lot of terminology, because I entered the marketing group of a graphics group, and they had a lot of terminology. I would write every single one down, and then after work, I would spend 2 or 3 hours just Googling each word and researching for myself. And over time, my Google Doc got less and less long. And over time, I didn't need the Google Doc anymore. I started to learn by myself. So it's a little bit of don't be afraid. And everyone is also feeling the same way that you are, this imposter syndrome. But try to even fake some confidence. And the confidence to listen and absorb, and most importantly, ask questions, because I think generally people just want to help, especially at NVIDIA. If you ask for help, you ask a question, everyone will always respond. So, and then second is to have your ChatGPT or your Claude or your Cursor or whatever open and just search for what you don't know. Yeah.
Thank you. I think it's a really good way to overcome the fear.
Yeah.
I will use it. I will always ask a question to
It's
people.
always scary. It's scary being here with you. Oh, look at you winners. I should be asking you how you deal with that.
Wow, thank you. So, Subin?
Before I ask you a question, I want to share a little bit of my personal story. In my first year of college, my Robocon teammates and I stayed off for several nights, and we won the first place. And the joy and the fever that we felt during that event, I still cannot forget it. That's what led me to study harder in mechanical engineering, and I have a double major in business, and hoping to be someone who shapes technology with a broader perspective on the world. But right now, I've taken a break in engineering and trying to seek a very totally different career, which is arts and physical education. Mm-hmm. And what I'm really struggling with is uncertainty, whether it would be a meaningful exploration or it would be just a simple distraction. So I really want to ask you, how did you find the courage to leave behind the really that you once loved, and what emotions did you navigate while you chose a totally different career?
Mm-hmm. That's a really great question, and you're very brave, so I congratulate you.
Thank you.
I think there's always a reason that you left your previous role. There was always a reason I left. I loved being a chef, but I wanted more. I wanted to learn or explore a new frontier. And wine and spirits just really fascinated me, because there's some element of science, there's some element of savoir-faire, there's some element of emotion in wine, and I wanted to explore that all the way till the end. And so I think you should have the courage that you left your mechanical engineering behind for a reason and started exploring arts and physical education for a reason. And so have that as a comfort. And then second is find why the essence, that guiding principle of what makes arts and physical education so special to you, and what specifically you would like to learn and grow out of it. And that way, the experience will never go to waste, because you know exactly, you've identified exactly what experience, what growth, what learning opportunity you wanted to extract from that experience. So, what was it about arts and physical education that interested you?
Actually, I'm now studying acting to film several films and movies.
That's incredible.
It makes me a little bit shy, but yeah, I'm really working hard on it. And actually, as you mentioned, I think there are some reasons why I try to seek this field, but I'm not still leaving the engineering. I will still continue to study, but I think these two fields, exploring two fields, would be both be helpful to my total life, and it will be totally give some answers to my total life. And I really thank you for your specific know-hows to seek out the journey. Seek the journey.
That's great. And then, you can always have the safety blanket that mechanical engineering is always going to be there. And it will be a very exciting field, even after you become a world-famous actress.
I definitely did think so.
All right, thank you. Cherin?
So what I want to ask you about is the role of the people from non-engineering backgrounds in the age of AI. So I study human-computer interaction, mostly about the human-AI interactions, but my background is in communication, which is social sciences. I define myself as a social scientist, and also I think my role in the AI era is to make and to raise the questions about how AI should be used in our society. Like, for example, a recent question that I had in my mind was about the humanoid robots that we're gonna enter our houses. So I saw your Olaf robot in NVIDIA, and it was so cute and so adorable, but what if it is the humanoid robots in our houses? Like, wouldn't there be any discomfort or violations when they enter our private spaces? So what I wonder, since you're working on and leading on the physical AI in NVIDIA, is these kinds of human-centered perspectives are also important in your company and your development processes? And also further, more personally, I wonder if these kinds of people, like people from non-engineering backgrounds, may have some meaningful role in the AI industries?
Great question. There are a couple questions in there, so I'll take them one at a time. Number one is for people with non-engineering backgrounds, now is a very, very exciting time because all of our industries have been reset. Previously, if you wanted to be a developer and make some sort of software application, you had to know how to program. And now you can just speak to your AI, speak to your Codex or Claude or Cursor or ChatGPT or Lovable or something like that, and you can make whatever you want. And so I think ultimately a lot of people who believe that because they don't have a non-technical background, that they're going to be left behind, and it's actually the exact opposite. Now AI is the ultimate equalizer and the ultimate democratizer. So don't be afraid from that. And then second is absolutely there's place for non-engineering background, social sciences, human-robot interaction. That's a fantastic field. And we absolutely need people to be in this field. And I think you should hurry up and publish your research there because we need robots in all of our personal spaces or in our industrial spaces. We just frankly don't have enough people to do jobs anymore. And for example, for elderly people who are lonely or they're not as mobile as before, they need assistance in the home, and there's not enough workers and nurses and caretakers all around the world to go care for them. And so we need people to be comfortable with robots in their homes. And so of course, it would be great if you can publish some research or publish some communications or do some studies to help people understand the good and the positive that comes from AI in our lives, just like that. That's great.
Thank you for your comments on my questions, and I think you gave me courage to keep my career as a social sciences. Thank you.
You're gonna do great.
Okay, thank you. Jaehyun?
Okay, hello. Since you're leading work on physical AI platforms in NVIDIA, I'd like to just shift a bit toward robotics. So, just like many kids of my generation, I grew up watching Iron Man and Transformers. That childhood fashion naturally led me to where I am today. So by age 11, I knew I want to be a robot engineer. And therefore, I pursued both my bachelor's and master's degree in mechanical engineering, driven by the desire to build exciting robots in the real world. But as we all know, the era of AI has arrived. So everyone is now looking for Jarvis rather than an Iron Man suit. So, as someone who has expertise in hardware design, of course, I still enjoy building real robots, and I also believe that mechanical principles and physical intuition remains very essential. So in this new frontier that, of physical AI that NVIDIA is pioneering, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this perspective, and also what unique role do you think that someone like my background can play in this AI era? Thank you.
That's a great question. I mean, I don't know where your hand went, but yeah, that's a perfect example. I think for physical AI to enter the world, we need to also master the physicality of the robots. You know, I think the first large-scale deployment of robots will be autonomous vehicles, but cars are already a known form factor. The humanoid is the ultimate generalist robot form factor, and we will have more humanoid robots in the world in the future than any other form factor of robot. But it's really difficult to make a human. As you can see, it's so difficult to make a human hand, and so we need your expertise to get us all the clicks next towards real humanoid robotics. I think this is one of the grand challenges of mechatronics and hardware, and it has not been solved today. And the whole world is trying to collaborate in order to solve this. And so we absolutely need more extremely smart brains like you. So hurry up and get out there and build our robots.
Thanks for sharing your thoughts.
Yeah.
So actually, I also believe that the synergy between hardware and software is
Absolutely.
really important. And I'm also studying actually AI, but do you think it is a better direction? I mean, do I need to study more AI as a mechanical engineer, or just I do need to co-work with some people who do AIs?
Yeah, co-working I think is a great idea. You know, I think there's some incredible labs all around the world, US, Europe, China, really incredible labs, and they have hardware and mechatronics experts working directly with their software teams. And so I think you don't have to become an expert in everything, but co-work with a team where you could start to become an expert in many things via them. And I think that's a great perspective. Yeah.
Thank you.
When do you graduate?
Actually, I have recently completed my master's degree in last February, and
Okay.
I'll be studying my new PhD in the United States this fall. Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, we'll connect you with all of our humanoid robot partner labs, and then you could go and help them finish their hands.
Maybe I would like to contact you if I go to US.
Yeah, exactly. That's so great.
Thank you, Sonia. Yes.
I want to ask you about balancing technical depth with a broader perspective. I really enjoyed your talk today. It was especially meaningful to me because your talk was about nonlinear paths, where my own path has been pretty linear so far. I started studying engineering and science in science high school, and then I studied computer science in university, and now I'm doing AI research. However, I don't just want to become an individual contributor. Ultimately, I want to become a global leader who creates broader impacts with my technical specialty. And I want to bring together people with different perspectives and connect people working on different kinds of problems and create synergy to take on meaningful challenges together. So I found your journey across very different domains particularly inspiring. So I want to ask you, can you give me an advice for me? I'd really appreciate for any advice or stories you could share.
That's a great question, too. I think generally the workplace is a team sport, or it's always a team sport. And so if you would like to become a leader of an incredible team, you have to start now. And there's incredible resources here at this amazing university for research clusters, clubs, of all sorts, team projects, competitions. And so I think start now to build your ability to be a part of a team and also try leading a team. You'll learn a lot, you'll fail a lot, we're always failing a lot. But through those failing experiences, you'll learn how to be a better and better leader. And you'll learn how to be the leader that you would like to become. You know, everyone has a little bit of a different personality. And then I think just importantly, leadership is not about power. Leadership, I think, is about being in service of others. It's more important for me to raise my team they each have a different view of where their strengths and weaknesses are, of where they see their opportunities, of where they would like to grow their career paths. And so I feel that as a leader, my most important job is raising all of those people up so that they can achieve all of those things that they would like to achieve. So, keep in mind that leadership's not about power and command. It's, being in service of others. And then start now, just practice now. Are you part of any clubs or have you done any competitions before?
Yes, in my undergrad students,
Yeah.
I participate many kinds of clubs or competitions like entrepreneurships.
Yeah, that's really great. And then just become the team leader there. And then over time, through school, you become a leader. And then when you enter the workplace, it's just one big group project. At work, it's literally just a group project. And then when you form project groups, maybe you take a symbolic lead, and then eventually you'll become a people leader.
Thank you. I think it's really good in points. And as you mentioned, my current research is about retrieval augmented generation, and I'm really excited to how these retrieval systems could extend into the physical world. And I want to ask you, can I intern in NVIDIA in the future?
I think all of you should apply for internships at NVIDIA. Yeah, that's our most important program is our internship program, because we get to learn a lot from you, because you're at the forefront of AI education, especially here. And so you should come and apply, absolutely. I don't know if is it open now? No, next year. I think we missed it, so next year. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for our panelists for the question. And we received many, many questions from the audience. And I would like to ask some of them. So, the title of our forum is Leadership for the Age of AI, Women's Voices. So why do you think women's voices are important, especially in the age of AI? And how or where can students contribute most meaningfully?
I think that's a great question. I think that, AI is for all of us. And so naturally, women, we need to contribute to AI, we need to use AI, and we need to kind of reinforce AI. So it's just natural that women should be a part of AI because AI is for everybody. But I think a second is what I find personally as a woman with AI, like you were talking about before, imposter syndrome, I think, is very real for women. We feel imposter syndrome about the nervousness and low confidence in being in new situations when we feel everyone else is more intimidating or better, stronger, faster than us. And I think with AI, like I mentioned before, it's the great equalizer. And so I think that women, we should use more AI so that we can get over our fear in our imposter syndrome. It's a great tool for all of us, and I think that it'll make us, even more effective and less shy in the workplace.
Oh, thank you very much. That's a very great answer. There were many technical questions as well, so let me select one of them. So what's next for NVIDIA in robotics? Very technical. NVIDIA developed edge devices, physics simulation, open source robot foundation models. It seems we now have all the ingredients. So what now?
We need to keep going. So physical AI requires a lot of infrastructure, and so we believe at NVIDIA that physical AI, you need 3 computers in order to build robotics. You need 1 computer to train the AI model, the brain. You need 1 computer to be able to simulate, test the model. We call this the Omniverse computer, or Isaac Sim, Isaac Lab. And then after your model becomes perfect at what it's able to do, you need to deploy it on the robot or at the edge for the inference runtime. And so we have all these 3 computers. It took us, maybe 12 years to build all 3 of these computers. But then on top of that, once you have the computers, we need developers. We need developers like all of you or all of the incredible startups that are part of the robotics ecosystem. And so then we build all of the open source simulation frameworks like Newton, Isaac Lab, Isaac Sim, or our open models like Groot or Cosmos, so that we can help all of you as developers, build your applications on top of it. And so what's next for NVIDIA is that we're going to keep investing in the roadmaps of not only our infrastructure, but also our open source software libraries and our models. We have some really exciting announcements coming really soon. We are going to GTC Taipei and Computex June 2nd. So we have some more and more goodies that we're gonna announce for the robotics community. But we're all in on this, and this is gonna be the next phase of AI.
Wow, that's very, very exciting, and let's look out for the future. So for the interest of the time, I think we will round up our discussion. But before we finish, I think there are some people who might want to ask a question from the audience. So if you have any questions from the audience, raise your hand. You have a question? Yes.
Okay. Hi, I'm an undergrad senior studying mechanical engineering at the school. And you just mentioned when we were talking about advices to undergrad students that we need to know how to separate a job's purpose and its task, right? But then ironically, as a mechanical engineer, and I'm studying mechanical design and FEA analysis and everything, I feel like I really find enjoyment in those tasks, like actually building the 3D CAD models, really assembling them. And I feel like your culinary and your sommelier background really connects to that craftsmanship, right? And in this AI and omniverse era where everyone's like seeking for like high efficiency, like where do you see roles for those people who actually enjoy this craftsmanship, like hands-on activities?
I think that you should still practice those and express it. And then also, you know, maybe there's just a difference in UI and UX. You know, instead of using a mouse to click on all of the buttons, what if you're just talking to your AI? You mentioned Iron Man. You know, just like in Iron Man, he's iterating and designing by talking and, you know, gesturing. And so maybe that's the next phase of you creating, is not necessarily clicking tools with buttons, but using an agent as an interface into your creation. You know, so, but if you enjoy using the mouse and clicking all of the buttons and the tools, you should still do that, you know, just still keep going. But, you know, see how you could adopt agentic technologies into there, because soon I can imagine it would be so incredible to build things the way Iron Man built them. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So we really wanted to thank Madison for coming to SNU. So we wanted to give her a really, really very important, what do you call, remembering, some gift that you could remember. And Amy actually came up with a great idea. So this is
Is it a homework assignment?
This is a spoon and chopstick set.
No way, amazing.
And this is meaningful because in Korea, when we go to a newly wedded person's house, we give this gift. So this is a symbol of like starting a new relationship between SNU and NVIDIA. And also at the same time, it symbolizes like our Koreans are very good with hands. We use like metal chopsticks. I think we are the only one that uses metal chopsticks. And third, this is made out of like 78% copper, 22% tin, which actually kills bacteria. It kills E. coli. It's
Only an engineer would know that.
It's a physical AI from the past.
I love it. It's incredible. Thank you so much.
So that's a meaning of this gift for you. So I hope you remember this day where you came to SNU.
This is really
You
beautiful.
talked about
Thank
your
you.
life. You encourage our students. I think this will probably change many of our students' lives. So really, really want to thank you. Thank you very much. So
Thank you
let's
so
give
much.
Madison a great applause of hand. Thank you very much. So let's take some pictures together. So to take a picture together, Madison, can you sit over here? And we'll take a picture in this direction. You can have a seat there. Sure. Okay, everyone K-pop heart? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming to the wonderful show. So, medicine.
Thank you, everyone, and study hard and apply for internships at NVIDIA.
Right, thank you very much. Wow. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, Madison, I forgot. We have a lucky draw. We have a lucky draw. Sorry about that. So we have a lucky draw.
Yeah, that's the real reason everyone's here.
So NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5080.
Oh my God.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to start loading. So we are loading 700 rehearsal candidates. And let's roll.
Okay.
Let's roll. Oops. Oops, what happened? Okay, all right.
So cool.
Start. Okay. 20 survived. Okay, these are the 20. All right, 20. Can you raise your hands? Can you raise your hands? 20 of you who are here. Okay. These are the final 20 and 송시연 있나요? 송시연, are you here? Are you here? If 송시연, you're not here? Okay.
Oh.
It's not here? Okay, if you're not here, then we have to roll it again. One more time. One more time. Okay, Uchan, are you here?
Here.
Uchan, oh, here. Ichanu, Department of Mechanical Engineering. All right, congratulations. Wow, all right, congratulations. All right, so I guess that concludes our today's forum and the event. Oh, we have one more. Oh, we have one more. Oh, sorry. This is the real prize. Okay, that was a secondary prize. So this is the real one. DGS Spark. So did you guys see the Build a Claw event today? So with this DGS Spark, you can do that Build a Claw, Open Claw. Okay, so let's roll. 승수, 한승수. 한승수, here? Are you here? 한승수? No? 3, 2, 1. Okay, reset. One more time. Restart. 최유빈. Are you here? 최유빈? Are you here? 최유빈? No? 최유빈, 전기정보공학부. 없나요? 없어요? Okay, one more chance. One more chance. Okay. Okay. Restart. Okay. We are drawing another set of 20. 얀, 전세미, 헌준석, 요, 오, 김병재. 오케이, let's go. 오케이. 선호. 박선호. 박선호, are you here? Oh, congratulations. 앞으로 오세요, 앞으로. All right, the real winner. The real winner. Wow. Okay, congratulations. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. 우리 패널리스트들 와서 사진 한 장 같이. Let's take picture with the panelists. Panelist students.